Ready? Three, two, one, start. Sometimes we should approach the teacher we feel the most connected to and ask this question that, Sir, Madam, you have been teaching me for close to 4 years now, and you have been seeing how I have done so far. What is your opinion about me, and what do you think about my career? It is not true that teachers do not have time for their students. If a student feels a strong connection with a teacher, then the teacher would also feel that yes, I should spend some time with this student and guide him or her. Your confusion is not because of the advices that different people give you or what your parents tell you. You are yourself confused, and it is where the problem lies. There is confusion in your mind because you yourself are not sure what you want to do. I very well remember this instance when several years ago I used to visit the hostels of Maharaja Sayaji Rao University in Baroda and interact with the students there. I used to meet them, sit with them, and ask them what their outlook was towards life as well as about their plans. Most of them told me that becoming a graduate is all that they had planned so far. They did not know what they wanted to do after that. During one such instance, when I asked the same question to students, one of them, who had come to study there from another state, said that I want to rule. I scolded him and asked him that whether he has any plans to enter politics. He replied by saying that no, I do not want to enter politics, but I want to become a government officer. Politicians will come and go, but the government officers will continue to hold the positions. I told you this story that dates over 40 years from now because that student had such a clarity at that stage itself what he wanted to do in life. Recently, when I inquired about him, I came to know from his friends that as per his plans, he did become a government officer and held a very high post in his job. The reason why I am saying this is because it is important to have clarity in your mind. It is a matter of concern. The reason why that happens is those students do not get the right amount of motivation in the initial stage itself. At the same time, when some teachers, schools, and guardians take a special interest to develop these qualities, then such students go a long way in life. Some people have this mindset of entering the graduation factory and leaving as graduates. This keeps going on. I would advise you to not succumb to pressure. You work on your strengths and take help from someone who could help. I do not mean to say that your own judgments could be wrong, but if you talk to people around you and ask for guidance from them, I am sure that you will head in the right direction. Some of the parents left their old habit or ego and started to think in a new way. It is very clear that the positive attitude of parents becomes a great force in the lives of children. You have also watched some teachers. Some teachers are such that they like only three or four children. They ask them questions and they interact with them. They feel that these children manage everything quickly. It makes a distance between children and the teacher. In other words, in a gathering of more than 25 relatives, parents pursue their sibling to learn something from Mohan's son who has achieved a lot. When you are in home, you will be told that the son of maternal uncle has gone a long way while pursuing his career. The child becomes very sad. He has been discouraged. It bears a psychological effect on his mind about which he has not even imagined. Our duty is to encourage him. A child may be weak at studies, but why he is weak? It is because you have compared him with a child who has secured 90% marks. You should tell him that you got 55% marks last time and you secured 60% this time. What a great achievement! The happiness to get 60% marks from 55% may lead him to get from 60 to 90%. If you repeatedly discourage a child for securing 60% marks, then he may go down from 60 to 40%. He will not go forward from 60 to 70%. So, such sort of environment is very necessary. If we begin to discourage our children, we would not ever be able to make him powerful. Your worries are very fair and natural that students do not get proper guidance, and it is important to get the correct guidance at this important juncture, but you do not get. People keep sharing their personal experiences all the time. When mother gives an advice, father gives some other advice, then your uncle will give some other advice, and even your friends in your locality will give you their advice, and all these will definitely confuse you. One of the most significant reasons why we get confused like this is because we are not sure what we ourselves want to do. What is my passion? Where does my interest lie? Have I been able to do anything pertaining to my interests so far? You should first identify what your passion is. Then it will be easier for you to convince your parents. Look, you would have gone through this phase where you must have thought that my teachers have told me science and mathematics definitely have their importance in life, but this prevalent thought in our Indian society is wrong that any other dream does not have an importance or credibility. Even though we give so much importance to science and mathematics, the percentage of people who should excel in that direction do not end up that way. Stop. ये 1017 शब्द हैं, हमने 8.5 मिनट में किए हैं.